always work for me. Um, I'm not sure, but I think I have a bandwidth issue or something like that. And so sometimes these videos turn out a little bit glitchy. I do want to, of course, say stay calm, but I have maybe a little different message than message you've been hearing. I really want to encourage you to think for yourself. Um, it's really another thing that's very important is to notice whether or not through what has been happening, whether or not your heart is now working in a whole different way. And I want to encourage you to keep on asking the big, tough questions um, around everything, okay? Um, I want you to um, I want you to expand all of what you're hearing and stop trying to fit answers into a box that belongs to a time that is over. I want you to, I'm sure by now, you've probably already given up on um, the society that we had. And I know that there's, on the one hand, oh, there's somebody. Hey, Orville. Hey, Manny. Thank you for joining me. Um, just like all the rest of the Hollywood stars that are making videos these days, I don't really have on a ton of makeup or anything. I'm just doing this to encourage people to think. And so, as I was saying, on the one hand, um, you have a lot of information that would lead you to believe that um, a lot that a very um, that there's been a hidden totalitarian system that has been controlling and enslaving humanity for a very long time. And so I guess, yeah. And so the question I then in that case is, um, is this something that is being revealed, and um, is this something that's about to change, or is this something that is about to continue? And on the other hand, which is a far more positive hand, we have the information that peacekeepers and people of great merit and honor and people who believe in justice and so on have been working very hard to free us. And that, in fact, what you are experiencing is this um, preparedness actually for the freeing of humanity. So, hey, Gary, it's really good to see you. Thanks. I live in a small town in Sechelt, BC, Canada. I have well, I'm gonna have to say like very few awake people in my life. Um, I don't know if you can hear people fighting in the hallway of my apartment, but you know, people for the past 2 weeks around me breaking down a little bit, and you know, some of the other news is that we are all being kept in a safe place, so to speak, in our homes, like not operating heavy machinery or distracted or away from, like our beds and our showers and things like that, because something very energetic is going to come from the cosmos, perhaps. And people are calling that the wave, or they're calling that the event, and saying that this is that this is all about a huge energetic shift that would put us into the fifth dimension. And I also think that we are, hey Joe, good to see you again. You always seem to be tuning in when I'm doing these things. Um, the other thing is, I wanted to say, is people seem to be forgetting about their essential freedoms. They're forgetting what personal sovereignty means, or what it means to have control over your own housing, your own governance, your own health care, your own family, your own business. Um, and we see quite clearly, and it might be disturbing to some of us who haven't thought about it very much yet, how much um, control was upon us. And and we're seeing how much more can be put upon us. And many of us, of course, think this is all for our own good. Uh, Weird things are happening, like people are being arrested for coughing. You can just Google that. I don't want to have any fear stuff on this, but there are a lot of people out there who are very afraid and just really believe that if they stay in their house and never go out again, that it's going to be okay, and all these other things. And I think, hey, Marianne, uh, I think I'm very grateful for the people who are joining me on this, and they're also awake and aware that something is going on here, and and whatever it is not what is on the surface. Um, and I really hope to inspire people to think about how it is that they would truly like to live. I hope people are sitting at home, instead of trying to figure out the solution to the current problem as it stands, but rather that they're dreaming of a solution to that would last, like um, a world without money. Because of course, all of the resources that we fight over, that we have wars over, that we're so worried about, that we don't know how to get. Well, I'm hoping that we remember that our Earth Mother gave us our lives, and everything that we have for free, and there are literally no price tags on anything on Earth until we put them on. I'm really hoping that that happens. I hope people realize that the solution to all of these problems is to not try and create a solution that is based on the problem, because the problem is kind of a made up problem. And this problem that we're having mostly relates to the governance of mass amounts of people on the part of a small number of people. And that is really the core of the problem that we have now. And so it kind of, while we're focusing on this certain problem, I hope people are noticing that we never should have had a mass system in the first place, that we should not have been importing and exporting anything to that degree. And I'm kind of hoping that people notice that if we did actually bring the thinking for myself, I'm not listening to what the news says. I'm not. There are amazing websites and videos that are outlining these the incredible possible outcomes. But what I believe is that I have a soul. I believe in my own heart power. I believe truth is like a sword and I will wield it and in any and all circumstances and stances. I believe that they're not taking me, dead or alive, because they're just not taking me. Because there is no they to take me. There's only me to take me. And I will take me wherever I want to go. And if something interferes with my freedom or my soul or my love power or my truth, then I will face it bravely and with great amounts of courage because there's nothing left to do. And there is nothing left for you to do besides rely on your own power, strength, truth, courage, love. Figure it out for yourself. Because if you can't figure it out for yourself and you continue to hand the figuring out of everything over to someone else, you will never be free. Okay? I love you so much because we're one human family on our one earth. Okay? Please. We have the power to reach out. And my mother used to say, love can move mountains, and I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to think for yourself and feel this out. And did I mention that I'm a sovereign, eternal being? Because that's really helping me right now. Okay? I love you. I love you so much. We got this.